By understanding what is in the food you buy, you are better able to manage your dietary intake and avoid foods that can be detrimental to your health.
So when we pick up a package, the very first place we want to start at is the serving information. It's going to tell us a couple of things. It's going to tell us what is the total amount of servings that is included in that particular package. So for this package, we see that this has 4 servings per container. And the second information is going to tell us the serving size. This is 1 cup. So we know that whatever this item is, that this item has 4 cups because it's 4 servings and 1 cup is a singular serving size. The next area we want to go to is the amount of calories. Now, of course, we understand with obesity and chronic disease, weight management happens to be a very big conversation, and calorie control is one of the fundamental parts of a balanced diet. So, of course, if someone were to consume 2 cups of this, they'll actually be consuming 280 calories by 2, right? Because every single thing that's following under calories is going to be related to 1 singular serving. The next one we want to come to is our nutrients. We have some nutrients of concern, and we have some nutrients that we would rather persons can get a lot of. First of all, you see that there's some are bolded and some are not bolded. So total fat is bolded, cholesterol is bolded, sodium and carbohydrates is bolded. And that's typically because whenever you pick up an item, those are the first things that we want you to pay attention to. If you're someone living with diabetes, it's important to pay attention to the amount of carbohydrates, because of course that's going to affect how high your blood sugar is going to raise. If you're someone who is living with heart disease or the risk for things like cardiovascular disease or strokes, or you've had strokes before, your saturated fats and trans fat and total fat is where you want to pay particular attention to as well. Alright? But the general population, we usually say that the requirement for fiber is 25 to 35 grams for an average adult. And so many of the foods that are processed and are sold at the supermarket tend to be lower in fiber. Right? So overall, we see that for persons with high blood pressure, sodium is another area that we want to pay attention to. So if we look at this particular item here, we see that the sodium is 850 milligrams. Now, to make this make sense to us, we have what is called Guatkaita percentage. Now, it's a simple rule that is easy for any person, no matter where your educational level is, to understand. It simply means that if an item is less than 5%, it is considered low. If it is 20% or more, it is considered high. So if you look to our sodium in particular, that says 850 milligrams, you'll realize that this says 37%. Now, by the premise of our daily value percentage rule, this would be significantly high because it's more than 20%. All right. So a simple rule of thumb for anyone coming to the grocery store is understanding the daily value percentage rule, but knowing that this only relates to 1 singular serving item. So our serving is going to be the first one we start, but then we can always go to our daily value percentage rule to tell us whether it's high or low in a particular nutrient.
This is an example of a product that is high in added sugars. This product contains 50% added sugars. Anything that is 20% or more is considered high. Therefore, this product is extremely high in added sugars and should be avoided.